Let's just get these alerts and off my screen so I can see what I'm doing. That would be a wonderful thing. Good morning, everyone. It is Monday morning. What is today's date? It is, I gotta think for a second, December 12th. So we have 13 more days until the big Santa, Christians believe the birth of our Lord, and 12 days. This is where everyone's gonna be bustling and hustling. Good morning, everyone. This is Carroll-Sue, aka Naughty Boss, live with two
Sistas. Hey, good morning, everyone. It's Janice, aka Wellness Diva 5.0 on this Mindset Monday. Of course, in the Northeast here, we had our first snowfall. We have about 3 inches, and I have to say it does look, very pretty, with it being Christmas. When you look out the bay window, of course, and the fire's going and you see the snow, kind of gives you that warm, fuzzy feeling. But, there's so much about the holidays, I think, that we, take for granted. And of course, with, 13 days until Christmas, the hustle and bustle, of course, is on. But my suggestion or my thought of the day would be slow down a moment and take a moment to observe what is happening around you, feel the senses and, look out your bay window, look out your kitchen window, whatever it may be. And just kind of think for a moment, wow, this brings me that holiday feeling. That's kind of where I'm at today.
That's awesome. And, it is a funny time because, when you're, I was actually listening to the different alerts from the Northeast, and in particular in Massachusetts, apparently there's already delays and that kind of thing. And a lot of people are questioning, well, it's only like, some areas it's a dusting, maybe, a few inches here and there. Why are we having all these delays? And I thought, on a Monday morning, that's going to probably derail a few people. That kind of puts like a wrench in your plans, especially, if you had, set schedules and now all of a sudden the kids are back home with a delay. I don't believe there was any actual closings, but definitely a lot of delays. And, I think the most concern was either a shortage of salt, sand, or plow drivers was the main culprit. So that's not good.
Well,
but, yeah, that's especially where it's the first plowable snow and you're already short those items. I don't quite get it.
Well, the alerts definitely started coming in last night, for delayed openings, probably around 7 o'clock. And I'm like, okay. Now the alert I had received yesterday afternoon, well, actually it was in the morning, right before the afternoon. And it said it's 32 with mist in North Haven right now. Expect blizzard conditions. And I'm like, what? I would say that at one point it may have looked, because the snow and the wind going, it does look like blizzard conditions. But, think of that alert there and my initial reaction. When you think of a blizzard, especially when you live in the Northeast, I think of course, I believe it was the blizzard of 78 when Governor Grasso shut the state down. I also think of that Friday quite a few years ago, and I had to go to wake and funeral that morning, and it started snowing and we were expecting the blizzard. That's when we received like over 4 feet of snow. So I mean, those are the type of alerts that kind of get you going, like, oh my God, do I have enough bread and milk, which is I always found that kind of funny in a way.
Oh, well, yeah, like, because how much I do, and my thing is, are you buying more food because are you like a bear? Are you storing the food up? Like, during a storm, do you eat more? And I guess to a certain degree, you might have maybe a few more snacks here and there. You're hanging out and there's not much to do and you're playing board games and watching movies, that kind of thing. I get it. But what I don't, people have this fear. It's a fear. I truly believe it's a fear of losing out, missing out, not enough food, not enough milk, not enough bread. How many peanut butter and jelly sandwiches can you make in a day? So my thing is you really should not. Yes, and of course you want to plan for that long term. If it's a type of storm that there's a good chance that it's going to impact and impede getting to a store or even the store being open. And those kinds of circumstances, yeah, sure, you're providing and hoping to kind of stockpile for the duration. But I can bet you, for the most part, there's only very few storms that does occur, number one. But number two, are you really, I crack up because how many people will also say, oh my God, I just went to the store, I had to buy all this extra food because thinking that way. And the kids have already gone through it already. Like, who is supervising the kitchen?
Well, that is true, and think about that. And, I'm positive I've done it quite a few times myself. We didn't do that with that blizzard that we had a few years ago, because, obviously with having the 3 kitchens, we had more than enough food. And we're like, okay, well, if we do lose power, we'll usually put it outside, and it'll
Right.
be fine.
Right.
And of course,
stick it in a cooler, put it outside, and
yeah.
I mean, I think we were more creative, and of course, in the 60s, 50s, 60s, and 70s, of course, they had big ass storms too. But you didn't see this surge like you may do. Like, what you had is what you had. And
Right.
if you ran out of one thing, you went to the next thing that was in your refrigerator, your cabinets, whether it was a canned good, whether, whatever it may be. So I think people have this fear that they're going to, run out of food. And I can understand why they have that fear, because if you're buying all this extra stuff and it's gone in 2 days and you have like another few days of what are we going to eat now? And you can't get to the store. So I think it's almost like one of those moments where it kind of gives you permission to eat more.
Well, yeah, you're exactly right. I mean, think of the pandemic, when the pandemic first happened.
Oh, yeah.
And they were doing shortages on everything. Now, typically I'm way ahead, buy bulk items at BJ's. And I know certain people don't like BJ's. But I'm ahead of stuff like that. But it's like, okay, if we're going to be out, let's buy some anyways. And, people trying to, load up their carts with, those bulky packs of toilet paper. And they had somebody, they had a worker right before you would get to the cash registers, and they say, you're only allowed 1 per. So, then they had a stack of toilet paper on the side there. And I just thought, oh my God, like, really a roll of toilet paper will last you a little bit. But now you're buying.
And there's ways, and there's also ways. One of the best things, and I think our brother-in-law was doing this way before even it really had to do with the storm, was he says, when you think about the sheet of, say, a dryer sheet, right? He said you can cut those in half and you're going to get double, it's going to last that much longer, because half sheet does almost really the same as a full sheet. I mean, does anyone really notice the difference? I certainly didn't. So when we were in those times, that's what I did. I cut them in half, and I kind of still do that. If I feel like I'm getting low, I just cut them in half, because I don't really notice a huge difference from a full sheet to a half sheet. That's me personally. Some other people may, but I specifically did not. I also try and get, we use a lot more what I call the cheapy washcloths, and everyone knows where they are. You can go to Walmart, whatever, you get a stack of, 15 or whatever for however much. And I use those a lot in the kitchen to wipe the counters down, to save on not using so much. Because for me, I still need the paper towel. Like, there's just so many instances where it just works better for whatever reason. But there are some areas of the house now I don't use that anymore. I use washcloths, and then guess what? Or, tear up some rags and use that and rewash them. So there are ways to prolong the life of what you have or make it last longer. Toilet paper, that is kind of a sticky thing, because, some people just roll and roll and roll and get a wad, and we know you don't need a wad of toilet paper, but some people just, they do.
And there, the conversation goes to the shitter.
Yes, of course.
But something funny happened this week. You know how I'm always talking about, what kitchen is that in?
Yeah.
Oh, that happened twice yesterday. So Gary was making his spaghetti sauce, and we were looking for the wine opener. I wish I had a camera, because both of us running up and downstairs. Oh, is it here? Did you check there? Went to each kitchen at least 3 times, looking through the drawers, looking through whatever, couldn't find it. And then I was looking for a specific bowl. Again, the same thing. I found the bowls, but it just goes to show you. Oh, and then the dish detergent that for the dishwasher. Now, because we have 3 kitchen, I usually have 1 in each kitchen, but I'm like, oh, okay, we ran out in the loft. Well, let me just take it from.
Right. Yeah.
So now I'm like, we got to start thinking about, restocking the kitchens again. And it's kind of funny in that respect when you think of those little things. Now, I thought to myself, well, if I don't find it by Thursday or Friday, I'll surprise Gary and buy him a wine opener for his birthday. I'm very specific on where I put things. But what happens too is when you're entertaining, you have other people coming over and you wash the dishes, they inadvertently get stuck in the wrong spot. That's usually what happens, at least in my house, that's usually what happens, that it's not in the right drawer, not in its proper place, because I really firmly believe that everything has a proper place. It makes for life to be easier because you know where it's going to be, right? But if you get somebody in the kitchen that's not normally in your kitchen, they're helping out, or if you have that spouse that just puts it in another area, which that happens a lot, probably more so than not. But we're excited. Today is Monday. Officially, we're really down to really the last little bit of 12 days, before Christmas Eve anyways. And we are excited because today is going to be the 12 days of Thrive giveaways. Now I'm going to be posting on my page. I'm going to be posting on the TwoSistas page. So every day we want to make your spirits bright, jingle bells, bring all that good Christmas spirit. So every day you're going to see something that's posted, and it's a giveaway. And how to get involved with our giveaways is you got to create your free access account, which is no obligation, just free access account. We're going to be posting either link there. And so you're going to register. And then each day we're going to have a different giveaway. So you can really see not only about the Thrive experience and of course our new Thrive Elites that I think we did. I'm trying to think what our CEO just said, our co-CEO. I believe we did over 3 million in sales in less than 24 hours or 48 hours, which for this time of year on any company, that's amazing, right? So I'm going to just double check that because that's going to drive me a little cuckoo. So in the first 24 hours, we sold 2 million, less than 24 hours. And then it was earmarked that they really thought we were there for 3, and then another 24 hours later, another million. So 3 million, in 48 hours. How amazing. Well, let's see, 2020. Okay, no, actually, take that back. It's actually in 24 hours. We had sold 2 million before the 24-hour mark. When the 24-hour mark hits, we hit 3 million. That is insane. But that really goes to show you the value of, a lot of people say, what is the biggest sales space out there, the biggest need, the biggest whatever. And it's weight loss. People are always looking to get rid of, whether it's a few pounds, whether it's a lot of pounds, whether they're creating my numbers are off, I got too much fat, I want to create more lean muscle. So people are always looking to, especially this time of year. And then there's like different
different pushes in different times of the year, like, oh, right before bikini season, New Year's, whatever it may be. And the truth of the matter is you're healthy in your gut health should be 365 days of the year, not certain intermits of the year. But this happens to be a big piece of people just, wanting that new goal for 2023. We're at the end of one year going into the next year. So that's also part of the mindset of where people are. But so you're going to see some of that. You're going to see some of our plus line products, something, if you've been a thriver and maybe you've only been doing the 3 steps and you've not really even looked at our plus line, which is a variety of different things for nail, collagen, extra energy. We've got our great potassium water line. I mean, there's just so many good things that we have with our company that encompasses everything about health and wellness, healthy gut, and now we're in that new space of weight loss. So every day for the next 12 days, you're going to see that post. And all you got to do is create your free access account. And we will draw probably about 9 o'clock every night. So don't worry, you don't have to be present to draw. You just got to create that free access account. And then we're going to be announcing those winners. And I'm excited because there's nothing better. Part of the spirit of Christmas is giving back to your community, helping others. And this is our way of really sharing what we're passionate about, but also helping other people get to that healthier gut health, good fits, weight management, weight loss, better sleep, better mental clarity. Who doesn't want mental clarity? Who wants to be like right on point and not be so groggy in the morning? Well, not me. I want to be clear-headed, don't you?
Oh, absolutely. And the best thing about I think about Thrive for me is the community aspect of it. And, it's about sharing the experience, not selling you the experience. Because the bottom line is, if you don't want to buy something, you're not going to want to buy something. But if somebody recommends something to you, you kind of tune into that and you want to learn more about it. So that's what it's all about. It's about sharing the passion. So.
Absolutely. We're excited about that. We hope that your Monday is kicking off with enthusiasm, really making sure that you're in that good mindset. If you need to take a time out, like if you got the kids home because there's a delay and that's totally impacting your whole schedule day, take a few minutes for yourself, kind of rebreathe, maybe do some breathing exercises, write in your journal. Maybe it gives you that opportunity to just play a board game with your kids, spend that you've got like a 2-hour delay. Well, guess what? No, TV's not going on. No, I'm not going to hassle you about did you make your bed or did you pick up your room? Let's just play a board game. Or let's kind of review what you're learning in school, like have a conversation, sit around the table, make that breakfast last longer with just the community of your own family, getting caught up in life.
I like that, getting caught up in life. And on that Mindset Monday, stay warm, everybody out there, especially in the Northeast, of course, and be mindful, watch out for your neighbors. And of course, take care of your little ones as well as your 4-legged little ones. The monster has little paw things that we might try on him today. And it's always funny to see him walk because he walks like this.
Well, yeah, it probably feels funny on him.
Weird on him. So. But in that note, have a great Monday. Remember, your mindset is how you develop it. It's not something that, boom, you just wake up with it. Work on it each day. My name is Janice, aka Wellness Diva 5.0, and I'm with Sistas,
and this is Carroll-Sue, aka going to get my cowgirl on today. I'm going to be doing a horseback ride on the beach. I'm pretty excited about that. A bunch of us are going. I haven't done that in, gosh, I can't even tell you how long. So I'm super excited about that, prepping obviously for our giveaways and, just doing that hustle and bustle and getting it done. But remember, what you put out and what you surround yourself impacts your mindset. So make sure that it's with good music, good conversation, good people. Block out all the unnecessary distractions, block out all the noise, and you will find that when your mindset is focused, so pinpoint focused to what you want to accomplish, you'd be surprised at what you can get done. With that, we'll see you tomorrow for a Triumph Tuesday. Take care, everyone. Have a great day. Bye-bye.
Bye, everyone.